What's up, YouTube? It's Ryan G.
And it's Tiana.
All right, so we are back, and we're gonna be talking about goals, and we in what 2025 right now.
25.
Yeah, so we're just gonna be talking about how important it is to have your individual goals, but then also have relationship goals too. So let's start off with just the we can do individual goals, and then we will just talk about the relationship goals. So with individual goals, what do you think are some goals that people should, what are some examples you think?
That I think?
Yeah.
No, we should think what you think.
No, because, some people they be like, they talking about fitness goals. You see, as soon as the year starts, they talk about, oh, I want to either gain weight, lose weight, or whatever.
Okay, so of course fitness goals, losing and gaining weight.
Mm-hmm.
You should have business goals, money saving goals. You should have goals for your future, goals for present, small goals, big goals.
Yeah, short term, long term, like those are the small, big. Because the short term, you got to break it down.
Right.
Because there's some goals you just not you can't complete that in like a day or a week or a month. It's gonna take over the course of maybe a few years to maybe complete. So you got to figure out which ones are is logical to complete right now and what you can get done. Because a lot of times people just want things to be right away completed.
Right, and you got to make sure your goals are doable. You can't say you want to lose 50 pounds in 1 month. That ain't ever gonna happen unless you do some unhealthy stuff, and you might die from it, because that's not healthy at all.
Yeah.
Or if say you want to get promoted in 2 days and you just started 3 days ago, or stuff like that, you gotta say, oh, I want to get promoted within 3 years or this and that, and then do little goals to come up to that big goal, that long goal, the long-term goal.
Yeah.
Right, so be realistic is what I'm trying to say.
I was gonna say too, like, make sure you have like a checkpoint thing too, like with your goals, because sometimes some goals might seem a little hard to like complete the whole thing right away. For example, if you want to make a certain amount of money, you might have like a certain amount of money. You say, hey, I want to make maybe $35,000 by the end of the month or something like that. Like at least break it down weekly, how much money per week, get into that 35,000 by the end of the month. Like, say, okay, maybe by the end of the week I can make like 1K or so. You know what I'm saying? Let's break down small increments, and then eventually you can, complete the whole goals. Because a lot of people will cram the whole thing.
Like checkpoints.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you gotta have checkpoints for everything.
Say you wanna be promoted to manager in a year. You do little checkpoints. Oh, the first checkpoint, my boss praised me for something I did. Okay, checkpoint. Next checkpoint, oh, I got more responsibilities. Another checkpoint, stuff like that. Until you get to that manager position. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Fitness, same thing too. You know what I'm saying? Push-ups.
Mark 10 pounds first.
Yeah.
Then 15 pounds.
Exactly.
Do 50 push-ups. Do 10 push-ups first. Go up to 20 push-ups.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I know we both been working on individual goals and things like that. So I think with us, what helps us is sometimes we write it down on a piece of paper, or we just write it in our notes on the phones and stuff, because they got a note app. Yeah. You just keep checking the checklist and things like that, and we just kind of talk about it. Talk about it all the time. Not all the time, but every now and again. Yeah. To keep up. Yeah, that's true. Stuff. Yeah, so that's it for the individual side. So like the relationship goals. Why do you think the relationship though? Us being in a relationship. What do you think? I
feel like relationship goals are important so that you grow together and not apart. Okay, so say your relationship goal is different from my relationship goal, and we go towards those goals and we don't discuss it. So your goal is this way and my goal is that way. We're going apart and not together. But when you go put goals together and try to reach the same goal, most of the time you go together and you get stronger together instead of stronger apart and end up breaking up or whatever. That's what I think.
Yeah. Like you said, like it's just you want to make sure that we're on the same page too. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I find even just being an experience in the relationship so far is like it's so easy to kind of like us being on like different pages. Like sometimes you might want certain things and I might not be on the same page as you, so we gotta have to revisit the topic and stuff and try and figure out, okay, how we get to satisfy both, whatever it is, the goal because it's gonna be times where we're not seeing the same thing, you know.
Right. And this
But
way you don't have to guess what your partner is thinking either, because that makes them frustrated and makes them wanna.
yeah. The example is the same thing like trying to move to like a certain location. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might want to, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna throw a random place. You might say you want to go to like California or something. And I say, nah, I want to go to Mississippi. I'm just randomly put like, you know, you got to figure out, okay, which area do we want to really go to, and how, you know, we got to figure out what the goals are. You know, breaking down the city or the state where we want to move at. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you like certain things, I like certain things, and we're raised differently, but we're in a relationship, so that means we gotta try and talk about it, you know, and compromise, guys. You gotta compromise. That's a part of the skill, yeah.
You both have to compromise, not just the guy and not just the girl. Yeah. You both have to compromise until you get into a deal that you're both comfortable and it's not selfish.
Yeah.
Together, go together.
Yeah. How often?
If the girl always get what she want, the guy gonna eventually leave. The guy always get what they want. The girl gonna get you want to both get what you want most of the time. There's gonna be sometimes the guy get what they want and the girl don't, or sometimes the girl get it. But most of the time, you guys have to come together, try to both get what you want, fairly, and not arguing and all that.
I mean, arguing's gonna listen. I'm not gonna sit here and act like relationships are, you know, it's easy, and
I know,
because I mean, hey,
I'm talking about like arguing.
but there's gonna definitely be disagreements. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
but
say that word again. There's disagreements. You shouldn't be arguing all the time.
Yeah, there's
gonna be disagreements, but you ain't gotta argue about the disagreement. You can talk it out. True.
Yeah.
But when you go yelling and throwing stuff.
Throwing stuff.
Throwing hands and stuff.
I was gonna say, how often you think like people in a relationship should be looking over their goals together, like the relationship goals? Like, is it a monthly? You think we should probably look through it, like the list of like goals we have like together on a monthly basis, weekly basis? How you think how often?
Well, we do it when we think about it.
Yeah, because it's hard to keep up with a pattern. Like, come on now, in real life.
But I feel like we should try to do it monthly. To check every month, like around a certain time of the month, to see what we accomplished that month. Or we know sometimes, and if some people have to do it like once every 6 months, or depends.
Yeah.
Like if you have like a long distance relationship, it's gonna be, you know.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do longer, but when you're close together, it'd be shorter times to look it over.
If it's long distance, but long distance with technology now these days, with the FaceTime and stuff, they could go over the goals together on FaceTime. So it's like,
but it's not gonna be the goals might not be reached as fast because you're separate. If that makes sense, in my opinion, that's what I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be true because we was on long distance for a little bit.
Right.
But
yeah, we never started out long distance though. You see so it depends on how the relationship started too. Yeah. Right.
So every relationship is different, but I feel like every month or two.
Yeah.
Every month or two, maybe.
Yep. Yeah, that's good.
You should you should check over it and make sure you guys are going towards your goal and not going away from it and stuff like that. Cause there's sometimes I be swerving. There's a lot of times I be swerving. I'm trying not to though.
Yeah, it's I mean,
because he's more disciplined than I am.
Yeah, but
way more self-disciplined than I am.
You gotta find in a relationship, there's always gonna be that one person that's more like on point with certain things. So, you know, it's always like this. Usually in relationships, you know, it's always the people that's attracted to each other that was like, you know, opposite, and that's how it is. I don't know why it's like that, but hey, I mean, that's how the world is made, you know.
Like a puzzle, you fit.
Yeah. So you
find the pieces that you're missing inside the other person.
Yeah. So
if they're like use example. I'm gonna say random names. Nah, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, you're not gonna say that.
For example, if you're like loud and obnoxious, you're not gonna want another loud and obnoxious person yelling while you yelling and trying to talk like you. And then you're gonna find somebody who's more calm and cool and collected. To fit the molds, because if you're yelling and he yelling, y'all gonna be yelling all day. But if you're yelling and he's like calm and looking at you like, if you don't be quiet, if you don't okay, I'm done, and it then eventually fizzle out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
Or if you're like the nerdy type, you normally go for like the bookworms and stuff. They normally go for the ones that is more physical. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
physical, like
Exactly. Yeah.
construction workers and stuff. I can't explain what I'm talking about.
No, but definitely, yeah. I mean, that's how you just gotta go for. You know, everyone's gonna come with different traits. There's gonna be like different, like, you know, personalities and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We gotta figure out what you're attracted to the most. See you all in the next video. See you.
See ya.
Yeah.